There we go.
Now it is. Okay. This is a story about Pam and piano and Don the drum. As we go through this story, you'll get to write some of the letters, words, and sentences. Write the best words and sentences you can. Don't worry if you don't know how to spell a word. Spelling doesn't count. Let's start by writing your full name here. Pam and Don are riding in a truck. The truck hits a bump and the doors fly open. Pam and Don fall out. This is Don. Here's Don's name. The O is missing. Can you write the O? Pam, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Okay. Pam makes music. Write these letters on the musical note. On the musical notes. I'm sorry. My mess up. On the musical notes. Write F, G, A. Okay, let's turn to the next page in the story. The letters for the store have fallen off the sign. See the letters? Write the word store. These are hats. Write the word hats. Don, this is a stop sign. Write the word stop. Don says, I miss home. Write what Don says. I miss home. Don says, I'm afraid no one will help me. Pam says, we will find a home soon. Put the correct. Okay. Do you see 24? Ah, here it is. Sorry. Don says, I'm afraid no one will help us. Pam says, we will find a home soon. Put the correct mark at the end of Pam's sentence? Pam is not worried. She is happy to be out of the truck. Let's go on to page 25. Pam and Don come to the library. Pam asks, "Could this be our new home?" Put the correct mark at the end of her sentence. Here's the end of the sentence a sentence that tells us what is happening in this story. The words say, "into the library." Write some words at the beginning to make a good sentence that tells about the picture. Now, Pam and Don cannot stay in the library because they make too much noise. Write a sentence here that tells what is happening in this picture here and here. Let's go to the next page in the story. Pam says, "The librarian already us to leave. Where we go now." Write a word in each blank to make two good sentences. Write a sentence here that tells what is happening in this picture. Pam and Don see Anne and her mother coming to the library. Are you through? Okay. Anne points to Pam and Dawn and shouts, "Look!" What is the correct mark to put after the word look? If Anne is very excited, put the correct mark here. I will say the beginning of a sentence that tells about the picture. You write it here. Write these words: Anne and Mrs. Lee C. Anne and Mrs. Lee C. Now write more words to finish this sentence. Write more words there. Her mother decide to help Pam and Dawn. This shows what they do next. Write a sentence that tells about the picture. The first part of the sentence is already written for you. It says, Anne, Mrs. Lee, and Dawn. Write an ending to the sentence here. Use the words walk and follows in your sentence, and also some other words. Just write in here. They walk and walk. What question do you think Pam might ask Anne? Write the question here. Anne takes Dawn and Pam and Dawn to her school. Now they have a new home. These two sentences tell about the picture. The children are glad. The teacher is glad. Make these two sentences into one. Write it here. Pam and Don write a letter to the moving company telling about their adventure. The first part says, "Dear ABC Movers," and the last part says, "Sincerely, Pam the piano and Don the drum." Already written. You have 5 minutes now to write a letter to them about your adventure. Tell what happened to Pam and Don. Is that it? Thank you, ma'am. That is the end of this test. The next one should go.